Yo, what's good? This Skano. Right quick. Kanye. It's an interesting dude, man. This dude, I want to embrace Kanye. Because on one hand, I do think he is, brilliant, man. I'm not just talking about, you know, from a musical standpoint. Uh, he is an outside the box thinker, and I do believe that it's in part because dude is, whatever his diagnosis is, whatever type of personality disorder he has, he just be all over the place, man. And I don't know. On one hand, you like pro-black, right? But everything you say lately has been, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's more aligned with white supremacy. Never mind the fact that, all this pro-black, woo woo. You got a white, baby mama. And that's not to say you can't. I'm gonna be real. I don't see how you can project all this pro-blackness and then procreate with somebody outside the black race. And this ain't trying to attack it. I wouldn't be here if it were not for, you know, interracial. But both my baby mamas are black, I must say. All that to say, man, who is this dude for real though? You say slavery was a choice. You say outlandish shit like, aligning yourself with Nazism. He taking little subliminal jabs at other black icons, like the song Facts, where you call LeBron a slave, essentially, because he, signed with Nike. And it's like, but were you a slave when you had to deal with Adidas before that fell through? Because of this type of shit, the shit that you be coming out of left with, like with this pro-Nazi shit all of a sudden. Now you anti-Semitic, and it's like, dude definitely has, something going on. And personally, and I'm not playing psychologist here, you know, having some personal understanding of personality disorders. So I don't know at this point if dude say the shit that he says for shock value. It's a part of him that, you know what I'm saying. He likes to incite, you know, outrage, you know, and how far can I push the envelope type shit, And I like I said, I can relate to that, but I do get a sense that there is a man, and I get a sense that he's trying to assimilate to whiteness. I had said before in a previous video, I thought he was trying to transcend race altogether, but putting together like the type of shit that you put out, the type of Reddit, like the 400, like saying slavery was a choice, things of that nature. You know, you seem to the Nazi shit. I mean, this dude has no person. As odd as this may sound, I really think, and this is, I don't want to get overly, but some personality disorders, you actually do not have a personality. You do not have your own identity, even though we talking about a hip hop icon. you know, so that sound like an oxymoron. Like how could you say But we don't know how Kanye truly identifies himself. You dig what I'm saying? So the whole mad genius, you know, moniker is somewhat accurate, you know, because I do think dude is off. I mean, he's obviously off. I don't think he say the things he say just for a reaction, even though that's part of, you know, the underlying. It's a reason. It's a reason behind that. You know why he seek the reaction, but I'm not going, you know, say dude is like. I mean, who am I? But I'm saying personally to say, you know what, I disassociate him from blackness because I mean, for all intents and purposes, man, the track record kind of speak for itself, you know. But it is what it is. What I really had on my mind, you know, what I thought about continuously, you know, over the course of time, man, you know, I question these type of things. Is there a God? There has to be a God, you know, and I'm a scientific minded type of person. I always got good grades, and that was the one class I ever got straight A's in. So I'm very scientific, you know, as far as I believe what I can see and prove and what can be proven. I'm not into conspiracy. I'm not into superstition. I'm not superstitious at all. Uh, I need proof, right? Except for this one thing, you know. Now, evolution, the origins of our universe. Now, they teach the Big Bang Theory primarily. And this is why I know definitively. And I'm going to get to, I have issues with, you know, my belief in the existence of God, although I'm leaning primarily in that direction. There is a God. The reason why I firmly believe that. Now, the Big Bang Theory teaches that, you know, the entire universe started from this one, you know, release of energy. This particle, coincidentally, or not coincidentally, which they have dubbed in the scientific, you know, astrophysicist circle, the God particle. You know, the first known particle ever in existence that started this whole train of, you know, they call it the God particle, right? Imagine that. Nothing comes from nothing, quite simply. Uh, Now, they will have you believe this release of energy, this particle, the original particle that started all life, everything we know in the galaxies, and it started the whole process. And from that point on, you know, the galaxy spread out as it's continually doing, continually. But where did that particle come from? Nothing comes from nothing. Where did energy come from? There was nothing. There was just an empty black void, right? There was nothing. There was not a molecule, there was not a particle. Where did the particle come from? It just created itself out of nothingness. Okay, and if you can get past that concept, just by chance, we ended up the perfect distance away from the sun, this planet, which, by the way, happened to they say billions of years, has evolved to adapt to, you know, the perfect conditions oxygen levels, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, all that. It's complex, the atmosphere, right? All these different elements and different, it just perfectly evolved for us to be able to survive on this planet. But not only that, I'm saying, why are we the only intelligent? Okay, there are other intelligent creatures, primates, you know, cats, pretty intelligent, right? Porpoises, dolphins, or there are some animals that are, borderline human level intelligence, but yet they have not been able to, master, if you want to call it mastering, you know, building societies or whatnot, and structuring, religions and governments. So all that to say, man, we are the one, species that happen to evolve to the point where we are intelligent enough. Not only that, we have an emotional range of, what I'm saying, expressions, different languages, a conscience. A conscience. You think animals have a conscience? Do you think when a lion is eating a gazelle, it's like, damn, I really feel bad about that, but man, you gotta eat. We have a conscience though. There's so many different things that science cannot, but the main thing is nothing comes from nothing. And just by chance, like I said, a few more miles closer to the sun, we burning up. A few miles farther, and this is nothing but a chunk of ice. So it's like everything is in perfect alignment. This is obviously a work of creation. A higher power created this, man. Created us. So, as much as, and trust me, I'm highly interested in astrophysics. I'm not going to stand here and try to give the impression that I'm even close to, some type of scholar. But I have a basic understanding. It's fascinating stuff, man, but none of that can, and no scientist can give you that answer. How does something come from nothing? It can't. We know that scientifically, nothing can come from nothing. We know that just common sense wise. There has to be a God. But there is one issue I have with that, I remember when I was young and being in Bible study class, I always would ask questions. And this was the one that triggered, the Bible study teacher. I'm like, okay, who created God? Where did God come from? Because, like I said, nothing comes from nothing, right? Who could? She said, God always was. There was no, there's no before, no after. God just always was. And it's like, but how is that possible? She got frustrated. At some point said it's about faith. You just have to believe. And the answer is we don't know. How is that possible? How can something as omnipotent, as majestic, all powerful, all knowing, that could create something as complex as the galaxies, everything that we know and don't know, eternity, the control over life, eternity, something that's been here for. So it's like, yeah, certain things that, and being a scientific person, that's what would hang me up, man. Where does God but the alternative is to believe that we just came from nothing and evolved from single cell organisms. Never mind. What else? Why has nothing else evolved? That's what I'm saying. Primates haven't evolved to the point where why have we stopped evolving? Why do we not have wings? We can create airplanes, but we haven't evolved wings. We haven't evolved. We can't breathe underwater. We spend a lot of time around and in water. We haven't evolved. We evolved out of the sea, but yet we can't go. That don't make sense to me, man. So that whole evolution shit just evolution is a thing. I do believe certain species of animals that was created originally by God evolved to adapt to their environment. That's a thing. But that don't mean God doesn't exist because evolution exists. But how could God just always have been there? How can something like God just create itself or just always be there? You know, and it's like, that's why faith come into play. It's like because there is no definitive answer, right? You have to believe something. Some people believe, you know, in evolution, you know, and it is what it is. But I guess that's easier. That's easier to wrap your mind around, actually. You know, that we evolved out of the ocean as single cell organisms into what we are. That's easier to wrap your mind around than a possibility that there is an entity more powerful than that created the heavens, the earths. Satan has the capacity to either, you know, give you eternal life in heaven or damn you to eternal hell. I mean, I think I would rather believe. I wish I could be an atheist. You know, y'all got it easy. 216 Skano, you already know.